here's a website I created. Right, as we first come, you notice the diamonds fading in and out. This jQuery. This is just the basic index page. Next we have products. This is a button. If you hover over it, change the opacity. Here's the contact form. Contact form, if you fill this out, is linked to a database that I created. So this will say we will be in contact shortly. If I try to refresh it, the token is no longer good. So it will say form validation failed, and this is because I have plugged into the API, Google API for reCaptcha. This is version 3, so it doesn't need like click here if you're not a robot or whatever, those kinds of things, or the fire hydrants, because it's actually just Google is doing my activity on the website and determining whether or not I'm a human or a bot, and if it returns a value based off of its determination. So if it's over 0.5, then I say go ahead, yeah, allow it to submit the form. Otherwise, it won't submit the form. When it does submit it, here's my database. Here you can see all the different tables. So if I click on, I have a table specifically for the contact form. So contact form recipients. Here you'll see this is what we just typed in on the other screen. These are all just previous testings. And so also over here I have, this is all pseudo data in here, but these are a bunch of businesses and their contact information, consumer information, countries, and GICS, which is the Global Industry Classification Standard, which is used to classify businesses across the world. NASDAQ and New York Stock Exchange, the ones that created that. So that's kind of the basis of this website. So we'll go back into, so that's the contact form. I just wanted to show that kind of to the reCaptcha and also how it's stored in the database. I could also send an automated email if I wanted to after that. I thought database would be best though, and you could create a software that would read the database, and if something was left in that table, then you could respond. If you like, for customer service or whatever. So products, if you click here, this takes me to the search or database. And this is just a description of what the GICS is with a link going out to it. How businesses are organized by sectors, industry groups, industries, and then sub-industries. So here's my tool that you can click on. You can say either all. If you click all and keep it on every country. This is actually loading with PHP and Ajax. This is Ajax, where it's pulling from the database that I showed you with the table that I have for countries. It's actually pulling those directly from there. Except for United States of America and every country. These are created, hard-coded. Same thing with these. These are being pulled from the database as well. Like I said, if I do every country and I do all, then that would query everything in the database. Here we go. So there's only 2,000 in there right now. So it's 2,000. But if I click on other ones, so we'll say like consumer discretionary sector. So now I can go down, we'll say retailing. Multi-line retail, specialty retail, we'll do specialty retail. Here we got apparel, automotive, computer and electronics retail, home furnishings. So this, at any point you could stop though, and you can come back up here. I can choose real estate, and everything's responsive. I hide stuff, show stuff based off of what's showing. Then I take all these, everything I'm clicking on stores into variables, and then PHP reads those variables, and it builds the query in the background on the back end, and then queries the database, and that's when you see those. That's when you see everything in the table, the return table. I build that table out of PHP as well, and then return the HTML and CSS. But we'll say specialty retail, so we'll say apparel, and then we'll keep it on every country. So now if you see, the sub-industry is apparel. Only the ones with apparel. Now, I can also end it earlier. I could say like, instead of going to apparel, I could stop on specialty retail, and it would include all of the sub-industries. So I'll demonstrate that real quick. Oh wait, hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. I think I found a bug, but let me see if I go retailing, specialty retail. So here are all the sub-industries. It only selected those. Okay, and then if I did, let's do all, and then we'll have every country. We'll switch it to, if you choose United States, you get a state option. We'll leave it on every state, and we'll submit. Okay, so here's everything in the United States. Let's go back. We can say just in California. Right. I only chose California. Any industry, any sub-industry that was in California. And also, so last thing is that this is completely responsive. So this, I just blew this up. This is a 55-inch screen, so. There you go. Let's just, if I go home, contact form. All right. That's it. Thank you. Oh, just to summarize, so I've used HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, jQuery, JavaScript, Ajax, PHP, and MySQL, all in conjunction, and with the API, the plugin for reCaptcha as well. Thanks.